single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hello and welcome to justcomparecars.com. My name's James and today I'm going to be doing a walk around video of this 2018 Ford Ranger 3.2 TDCI 200 Wildtrak Auto. It's done just 41,000 miles and it's got full service history with 3 services in total, 1 previous keeper. Okay, so we've been doing these walk around videos for quite a while now and they have proven to be very popular because it means you get to view the vehicle from the safety and comfort of your own home, but as if you were here in person. As I go around the vehicle today, we'll look at all the panels individually, looking in for any marks, any scratches or any dents. We'll look at the wheels and the tyres. We'll have a look in the back, have a look inside, look at the seats, look at all the functionality. I'll even tell you what it smells like inside as well. Once we've done that, we'll pop the bonnet, have a look at the engine, and then finally we'll have a look underneath at the chassis and the spare wheel. Now, once you've watched the video, if you're happy with what you see and you want to buy it, a small deposit will secure it and we can pretty much deliver it anywhere in the world. If you're looking to finance a truck, we'll go through an application with you. It takes approximately 5 minutes and we can usually get you a decision within about an hour. In most cases, you'll be asked for a deposit to cover the VAT. Obviously, this can be looked at in some instances. It depends on you as a person and your specific credit history. Okay, so let's start with the bonnet and then we can work our way around from there. I will say to you, if you're watching the video and you think I've missed something, or if you want to see something in a bit more detail, please just ask. More than happy to show you absolutely anything that you want to at all. No problems at all. Nothing to hide at all here. Right, bonnet. Is in nice condition. There's no signs of any dents. Actually, I'm telling a lie. I can see a little dent there. Can you see that? It is tiny, but it's like maybe a stone just bopped up and it's just popped it, but it's not serious in the slightest, but it is there. It's tiny anyway. Right. So the rest of it looks in good condition. There's no obvious damage other than the dent. No other marks I can see. You've seen little bits, but it's just polish or something. Right, so driver's side headlight, front bumper, grille, passenger side headlight and front bumper, all in good condition. A couple of small marks there, don't know what they're from. Can feel them on my finger. It's a bit weird they are, don't know where they come from. But yeah, it's got front parking sensors, rear parking sensors obviously as well. We'll get around to that later on. So, passenger side wing is in nice condition, there's no damage. Everything looks nice and clean. Passenger side front wheel and tyre, it's a Continental tyre, wheels in great condition. Approximately 4 or 5 mil on the tread. Driver's windscreen's nice and clean, there's no damage, no cracks or stone chips. Passenger mirror back's in good clean condition, there's no damage. Pillars, all nice and clean, no damage. It has got the high key wind deflectors. Right, so let's go down the passenger side. Side steps are in nice tidy condition, there's no damage. Again, same principle as the bonnet, I'm just looking for any marks, scratches or dents. Hopefully you can appreciate from that there's nothing on it at all. There's a little mark there. Can't feel it on my finger, which is a usually good indicator to say whether or not it'll polish out. So if you can't feel it, there's a good chance that you'll be able to get that out by polishing it. Rear quarter, also in great condition. Mr. Spider, can have him for free. Rear quarter's in nice condition as well. Obviously on these trucks they have got AdBlue, so they are ULEZ or ultra low emission zone compliant. Rear wheel and tyre, wheels in great condition, it's a matching tyre. Tyre looks virtually new, there's got to be at least 10 mil there I would have thought. The canopy, when they've got a canopy I always like to look at this part here. because it's a good indicator of whether or not it's a good paint match. As you can see, it's perfect, which kind of suggests this is probably on from new, to be fair. Canopy's in great condition. It's an aero class, good canopies, expensive thing when they were new, well thought of, well made. As you can see, it's in great condition. Right, so passenger side rear tail lights in good condition, there's no damage. Tailgate, and again it's in great condition. A couple of little dints, I'll show you them in a second. As I'm sure you'll agree, there's nothing obvious, just that I've caught it in my eye. It's just there, it's tiny, and just one there as well. As you can see, it's just like a blur on the image, but it's not serious, but it is there. So, rear bumper in great condition. You can see there's those reversing sensors. There is a reversing camera as well. It does work perfectly. I will show it working later on. So, tow bar with the latest style electrics. Obviously these will tow 3.5 ton. Let's open that. So decent size aperture opening. Nice and clean in the back. Always nice to look at this when you're looking at these, because you do get a decent idea of what they've been used for. If it's been used for anything heavy or nasty, they do get burred, and as you can see they're nice and clean. There's no damage and everything looks spot on. Top of the tailgate, there's a few little marks. Again, it indicates that this canopy's probably been on from new, as it comes down it does catch on it and stuff, so it's one of them. It's a nothing, but it's there. Right, so down the driver's side, tail lights in great condition. Let's have a look at that rear quarter. And again, it's in fantastic condition, there's no damage. Driver's side rear wheel and tyre, again it's a Continental tyre, wheels in great condition, and it's matching to the other side of the axles. It's basically new, it looks like more than 10 mil. Right, so look down the pillars, no damage, everything looks nice and clean. Let's have a quick look on the roof, and again everything looks nice and clean. There's no marks, scratches or dents, everything looks clean. It's obviously not been used in a weird way. Right, so let's go down the driver's side, just shut it properly. And hopefully you can see from that it's in great shape again. There's no obvious damage or marks or dents. Steps are in good condition as well. And there's nothing on there at all to show you. Driver's side mirror back's in good condition, as is the mirror. Wind deflectors are clean and tidy, there's no cracks. Driver's side wing, really nice and clean, again no damage, everything looks spot on. Driver's side front wheel and tyre, again it's a Continental, so it's a full set of Continentals all round. The wheels are all good in condition as well, and it's matching to the other side, about 4 or 5 mil. Right, onto the interior. Driver's side door card is in great condition, there's no damage. On the armrest you've got your electric window, so 4 electric windows, your window lock, and then up above is your door lock. I'll show you that working when we get inside. It does work perfectly. Driver's seat is nice and tidy. As you can see, there's no damage on the lip here. It does happen sometimes. However, the outer plastic is a little bit cracked. Don't know how that's happened, but never seen it before. But then there's always a thing, you can always replace those if you're really bothered about it. It's a nothing though at the end of the day. The seat is in fantastic condition. Bolsters are really nice and firm. The material, as you can see, is really nice and clean. Spot on. So it's an electric seat, it's fully electric, so go backwards, forwards. You can bring the whole seat up, you can bring the nose up, and obviously the backrest will go forwards and backwards as well. And all the manoeuvrability works perfectly, and as you can see, very fluidly. Right, let's jump in. Actually, just have a quick look at the carpets. So it's got overmats. They're all looking nice, clean condition. There's no unobvious wear. Passenger seat. Bolsters feel really the same as the driver's seat. They don't feel like they've been used very much at all. The material's really nice and clean. Everything's spot on. Let's start the engine while we're there. Two keys for the canopy as well. Fires into action straight away. It's a bit warm today, so let's try the aircon first and we can leave that on. So air conditioning is on. Turn the volume down, or I can tell you the air conditioning works fine. It's nice. We'll leave that on. Steering wheel is in nice clean condition. There's no damage. On the dashboard, hopefully you can see from that there's no warning lights. Obviously that's your handbrake light, that's the only thing on there. Other than that, there's no warning lights. So steering wheel on the right hand side here, this controls this part of the screen on your dash, and you can make different alterations. At the minute you can see you've got your speedo, your fuel gauge, and then your temperature, but you can change that around as you wish. You have your trip computer. You can do fuel economy, which is not going to be the best, as I'm sure you can probably know. Driver assist, so you add blue, chimes, all that stuff. And then obviously everything else as well. So yeah, all good. So display mode, if you go into that, you can change it from there. So your fuel level and everything else. I think that's probably the best one, if I'm honest with you, where it's got the revs, the fuel level, and then the temperature. You've got everything in one. And then on below is your cruise control, and then to the left hand side basically the same thing. If you've got your phone attached, you can put your phone details on there. You can have your radio station and your navigation. That's it. So I think navigation's probably the best one, if I'm honest. Obviously when you set a destination up, then your details will come on there for that as well. And then the lower part is basically your media center control, so your volume, voice command, mute, you can skip, and also you can answer your phone, hang up from there as well. Onto the media center, so reversing camera, as you can see, really nice and clear, decent sized screen. When you're getting close to anything and you've got your parking sensors, you can't see it at the minute, but a fan appears on the rear and the front, so you've got a decent indicator of where you are in regards to a wall, for instance, that you can't quite visualize. So that works quite well. Media center itself, music, different sources of that. So obviously you've got DAB, you've got presets which are pre-populated along there, and you've got different ones as you walk along. As you can see, there's only one. There's nothing actually preset on there at all, so it's just on capital dance. And then you click on sources, you've got AM, FM, DAB, you've got CD player, and also you can have Bluetooth audio as well. Climate control, completely controllable. It's dual zone climate control, so driver can be cold, passenger can be warm. As I say, air conditioning works perfectly. Let me just turn that down a little bit, so you can see you can do it there, or you can do it down below. So it's on. Phone, you can add your phone from there. Navigation is actually really very good on these. Very similar to your phone, so it works very fluid. You can, as you can see, we'll move over here a little bit, you can zoom in and you can zoom out, and it all works like your phone. The other thing I quite like about the navigation is, you know, if you ever put a postcode in and it doesn't find it, but you've got an approximate idea of where they are, what you can actually do is you can use, let's say we're going to Henegate Science College, so if you go there, you can see you can use your crosshairs, click on start, and it will navigate to it for you, which I quite like that, to be honest with you. So it's quite decent. Once your phone's plugged in, Apple CarPlay or Android CarPlay both work on there. So you can see all your settings are on there for that. You've got voice commands, Check all your settings for that. You've got Wi-Fi inside as well. Ambient lighting, which is quite nice. Obviously you can't really see it at the minute. When it's dark, all the different LEDs light up and you can have different lighting throughout the vehicle, so it works really well. It's a nice touch, basically. That's all it is. It's just a detail. I think that's that. Heated seats, they do work. I've put the heated passenger one on and it's warm, so that works quite quickly. Dashboard is nice and clean. There's no obvious damage. Little mark there. Don't know what that is, but don't feel like anything, so I don't know. But everything else looks really nice and tidy. It's I think it's 5-speed automatic gearbox in these, or is it 6-speed? Let me just have a quick look. No, it says it's a 6-speed automatic gearbox. Average about 32 miles per gallon. It's going to depend on you and how you drive at the end of the day, and obviously if you're towing. In the front, cup holders, switchable, come around a little bit, switchable 4-wheel drive, stability control, parking sensors, you can switch them off, hill descent, and then down below is where you plug your phone in with your USBs. It's got an armrest, quite funky, you might not known this, but inside you see that black vent there. You can turn that over, and then if your air conditioning's on, as it is at the minute, it pulls cold air into there as well. So it's not a cool box per se, but you could put your drink in there, you could put your sandwiches in there or whatever if you're going to work, and it'll keep them cool. Then you've got a coin holder as well. Roof lining up above, everything's nice and clean, there's no damage, everything looks spot on really. Inside, don't really smell of anything. Obviously something's been used to give it a clean. It's got a bit of a whiff to that. It just smells, don't know, nice, I suppose. Doesn't smell nasty, doesn't smell like it's been smoked in. That's one of those niffs you can never get rid of, obviously. So we'll look in the back. So door cards in the back, all really nice and clean. Everything looks spot on. Seats in the back don't really look like they've been used, if I'm honest. Really nice extra. Nothing really, obviously at the end of the day it's a something or nothing, but something like that was quite expensive to add, but it gives you 230 volts in the back as well, so it's quite a nice extra. As you can see, it's got overmats all round and they're all in nice clean condition. As I say, I don't think these have been used. They don't look like they have. Obviously a lot of company directors will use these vehicles and use them as a company car because of the tax and the VAT status, but everything looks really very nice and clean. All your tool sets and everything behind there, and again obviously you can see that it's just in phenomenally clean condition. Done no miles at the end of the day, has it? Right, so let's pop the bonnet. We'll have a quick look in the passenger side first, and we'll get to that. Look in the back first. So again, you see all your overmats are nice and clean. Carpets are nice and clean underneath, there's no damage. Seats are very clean. As I say, doesn't really look to me like anyone sat in the back of them. Passenger door. Door cards are in really clean condition, as is the seat. Again, I don't think it's been used. If it has, it's been used very sparingly. So yeah, spot on. Let's have a look under the bonnet. Do like these bonnets because they're obviously soft lift. I'm sure you know that if you're looking at these. So they've got a pneumatic either side. So for instance, the Navara, you do have to lift them up and then you have to put a strut on it, obviously, to keep it up. With these, they just lift straight up and away, no problem at all. Obviously the vehicle's got full service history. It's had 3 services in total. It's had a service every year of its life. So it's clearly been looked after. It doesn't take a genius to figure that out. Fluids are really clean, correct levels. Everything looks very clean. Belts are in great condition. It's an original battery, FOMOCO. Around the engine itself, everything looks nice and tidy. There's no obvious signs of any historic oil leaks or anything like that. There's no oil around the turbo unit or around the top of the engine bay. Everything looks spot on, just as you'd want it to be honest with you. Obviously you're spending a lot of money, you want it to make sure it's right. Right, so obviously again, you know, if you want to see any more detail, then I can show you any more detail, but if I can, I'll happily do it for you. Let's have a quick look underneath. So underneath the engine first, as you get down, let's make sure I'm not missing anything. So there's no signs of any historic oil leaks. Everything looks nice and clean and tidy. Underneath, everything looks nice and dry. I'm trying to look, make sure I can't see anything. Diff's in clean condition, there's no signs of any oily residue around it. I think that's an alloy spare with a full-size tyre, and I think it's a Continental, and it looks like in good condition as well. Can't really tell without getting my head right under it. Okay, so hopefully I've shown you everything that you would need to see if you were here in person, and probably knowing me, at 20 minutes a little bit more probably, or too much, sorry about that. I do like to show you absolutely everything. I think it's probably better. At the end of the day, you could travel an hour and a half, 2 hours each way and come and see it, and it's not right for you. So we don't want any of that. So if you're happy with what you see and you want to buy it, don't forget a deposit will secure it. Finance isn't a problem. Thanks for watching. Much appreciate it. More importantly for the moment, though, stay safe, look after yourself. Bye-bye.